Hi and welcome back to the Jamaican kitchen. My name is Drew and today we have a very special item on the menu. We are going to cook curry goat. And a lot of people are saying to me, this is a very difficult meal to cook. It really is not. It just requires some time on the stove, some time pre-seasoned, and then also to use the right seasoning. It's not that difficult. And today we're going to take our seasonings, we're going to put it in the blender, blend it very much like how we would do a jerk marinade, and make our own curry marinade. And then we'll take the marinade and we'll go ahead and bathe our beautiful goat meat in the marinade for a couple of days so it can get seasoned deep inside the meat. So let's get started. We have 3 teaspoons of powdered garlic, 3 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of ground pimento, and 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt. And in the beginning we have to take it easy with the salt because there's quite a bit of salt in the curry powder. And we have 2 tablespoons of ground black pepper and 3 ounces of hot Jamaican curry powder. I like the Blue Mountain brand, but any brand will do. And I use about 1 ounce per pound of meat, so I've got just a little over 3 pounds of goat here. And this is real goat. A lot of times they try to pass off other meats for goat in the store, like old mutton and stuff like that, but this is goat meat, and it's been stripped of its excess fat and skin, washed and cleaned. And the great thing about where I get my goat meat from is that they use a bandsaw and they don't chop it with a knife. It really helps stop the bones from splintering. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our marinade and start seasoning. Okay, so for today, since we're dealing with hot Scotch bonnet peppers and also this hot curry powder, should really wear gloves to protect your hands because the peppers can burn you pretty significantly, and then the curry can also stain you pretty good. So go ahead and just wear gloves. It's much safer to do it that way. So we're going to go ahead and add all our seasonings into our blender. Everybody wants to escape. Alright. So that was our black powder, onions. That was our black pepper, onions, garlic. Those are green onions. Scotch bonnet peppers. Now you can take the seeds out if you don't want it to be so hot. I like it hot. I can't imagine having any kind of curry goat that is mild. That is not a thing for me. We're going to add a garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and our ground pimento, and our seasoned salt, and then our 3 ounces of curry powder. And then I'm going to add these thyme to it. And then for our fluid, we're going to need at least 3 to 4 ounces of water to start off. You might have to add more. And then we're going to go ahead and blend. Okay, we should be all done with our blending. Oh yeah, the smell is amazing. Wow. Really nice. Perfect. We have a nice, smooth, blended marinade. Give it a good look. That's what it should look like. Pretty smooth. Not much chunks in it. No need for chunks. Okay, let's season our goat. Now, you want to make sure you clean your goat properly and take off as much fat as you can, because it will reduce the amount of oil you have to take off the top once it's cooked. And I like to reduce the oil off of mine. I don't care to have all that fat. It's not healthy for my diet, and it doesn't really harm the flavors at all, so I do like to remove it. Alright. take your hands, that's why you gotta wear gloves, and massage the meat completely with this marinade. And this will sit in the fridge for 2 days. And then when we take it out of the fridge, we're going to put it in the Dutch pot. With the marinade and the meat, everything goes all in the pot. I don't add any water, I just put a little oil on the bottom just to make sure it doesn't stick in the beginning. And I turn it down low. And we'll let this sit and cook for a good 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes I put it in the oven if I need the extra space on the stove. But we're going to do this on the stove top in a couple of days. Alright, so here we go. That's our seasoned goat meat. As you can see, it was a lot easier than you thought. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Whew. I want to eat it now. Alright, so our goat was seasoned 2 days ago. And there we go. What a beautiful smell. Now we're going to put it in a Dutch pot, which is on low, and let it cook. It's going to take probably about 4 to 5 hours. There's a chunk of it. Probably going to take 4 to 5 hours to cook this. Goat is a pretty tough meat. The longer you cook it, the better it'll become, but you can overcook it. Alright, so there's nothing in this pan except for I sprayed it with a little non-stick oil, just as that when you put pasty products like this in there, it can stick a little in the beginning. There we go. Okay, so now we're all in the pan, and what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and cover this. We're not going to add any water, it'll make its own water. So we're going to go ahead and cover this and just let it cook slowly for, like I said before, about 4 or 5 hours, and we should be good. Okay, we're about 3.5 hours into the cooking process. Look how rich and delicious that looks. And the meat is getting tender. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. But at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 cubed potato. And it is optional, you don't have to include it, but I like a little potato in mine. So we're going to add this 1 cubed potato. And if your curry has turned out to be a little salty, this is a great way of pulling some of the salt out too. Alright. So now we're going to let this sit and cook for another hour, hour and a half, and then we'll see how tender the meat is then. Okay, we are at the 5-hour mark, and look how smooth and silky that is. Potatoes are smashed out a little bit, and it tastes perfect. And let's check the meat. Piece of meat, perfect, straight in, straight out. See, that's cooked nice and tender. Alright, we're going to go ahead and plate. I'm starving. Here it is, this is our finished plate. This is curry goat over a bed of long grain basmati rice. It's cooked for about 5 hours, and it's super tender. And the spices have just mellowed and melded together. It's absolutely beautiful. I am starving. I can't wait to eat. Thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the notification so you know what I load up next. And you guys have a blessed day. That's our man for feed, man belly.